Planetary, issue number 12, Memory Cloud. Elijah?
Come in. Sit down.
I don't know why you called us in here, but we really need to talk about your use of the helicopters, and we should postpone
Sit down.
any other business until we've straightened out the protocol on borrowing expensive equipment, and
Sit down. I think you're both aware that I've been concerned about memory loss since we took 4 Voyagers building. The truth is that quirks in my recall have been bugging me pretty much since I met you. Remember the first time I gave you a cigarette, Jakita?
I didn't know you smoked.
I have one every couple of years.
Me too. How did you know?
I didn't. That is to say, I didn't know how I knew. All I could do when you called me on it was to cover. I'll tell you another time. Maybe. We're landing. I mean, I wasn't going to let on that I was having some kind of brain fart. I didn't know you. But I do know you. Don't I, Jakita?
This is getting very weird, Snow.
Shut up, Drums.
Just saying, man. This is kind of disturbing. You muttering away in the dark.
Drums, shut up and let me get this done, or I'll freeze every drop of fluid in your scrotum solid. For a start. Now, isn't that interesting? Drums here has treated me as a joke. An old joke at that, from the minute I got here. And now he's scared to death of me. Why is that, do you think? Let's see now. Since you're suddenly doing as you're told, do you know what a planetary guide is?
It's okay, Drums. It's a book.
I asked him.
It's a book that's been published underground annually since 1925.
And who writes it, Drums? Who writes it?
You do.
I do. And yet I've spent the last several years unable to remember that I've been writing the Planetary Guide since 1925. Strange, isn't it? I remember gunning down the deployment eggs of alien organic war automata in Judgment, Rhode Island, in January of 1931 like it was yesterday. But I didn't remember writing it up for the 31 Planetary Guide until last night. Why is that, do you think? I'm not happy, Drums.
I picked up on that.
Good.
Why are you leaning on him, Elijah?
I know I can't slap you around. I know I can slap him around.
All right, then. All right. You created the Planetary Guide in 1925. That's why you were in Judgment in 1931. But you remember it as simply having been involved in some weird stuff since you were a kid, and being invited out to Judgment for your experience, right?
Right. So the question is, why didn't they want me to remember the Planetary Guide? I think I know. You're getting frightened now, aren't you? You're wondering how much I remember, and how much trouble it could cause. I remember all kinds of things.
Oh, tell me you don't remember that. What do you remember, Elijah?
I knew Sherlock Holmes. To be a detective then, my boy. Very well. I can instruct you in my methods. The fact that you found me proves your potential. To work then, for this is your century, and it needs you. I knew what was beneath the skin of the world, even then. But I needed to know what to look for, and how to look for it. Even then, I didn't write the first Planetary Guide until I had a serious sponsor. That was in 1925. By the way, I remember who the 4th man is.
Elijah! Elijah, where the hell are you going? Talk to me, damn it!
I'm going in here. By the way, I want a file opened up on John Stone. I don't believe for a minute that my questioning the structure of my memory blocks was all it took to begin their dissolution.
Who's John Stone? John Stone is the world's oldest and greatest secret agent. He pretty much single-handedly invented psychological operations, too. He's working for Anna Hark. I remembered that. So if he's working for Anna Hark, why wasn't he sent in to investigate the bombing of the Hark Corporation building, under which we found the gate to the buried shift ship? Why send in James Wilder, the company's private investigator, if you have John Stone? Unless you know what's under there, unless you set the bomb yourself, and enjoyed the private joke of talking responsibility under the disguise of a fake terrorist group called the Snowflake. Classic Black Ops. God, I've forgotten how much I loved putting all this together. That's what I hate about what they took away from me. The detection, the puzzle making, and the fourth man. The fourth man. Don't say it, Elijah. Your memory is incomplete. You don't know what you're setting off. I'm the fourth man. And you, young lady, were under instructions to not try to find me. Elijah. Don't you Elijah me, damn it. I used to change your damn diapers. You were told not to find me. Explicit instructions. I know, okay? Ambrose always used to say you'd come back, but you never did. Ambrose? Who's Ambrose? Ambrose Chase. I don't know any Ambrose. I'm the fourth man. But you're... Yes, I noticed that too. Oh God. Ambrose. Where's Ambrose, Jakita? Ambrose is dead. Shot dead during a raid on an operation run by Randall Dowling. Dowling killed him? One of Dowling's employees. Killed Ambrose. Christ. And when were you going to tell me this? Never. You weren't supposed to remember. You didn't remember Jack Carter, damn it. Why should you remember Ambrose? I remember when we were going to Jack's funeral, and you just said something stupid, and I remember looking at you and thinking, why don't you remember? But this hasn't got anything to do with anything. Elijah, they said they'd kill you if you started remembering. No, they didn't. They said they'd kill you unless I submitted to the memory blocks and went and hid. They said they'd kill you. But you came and found me anyway. And we've been poking and prodding at you to get the old Elijah back without the memory blocks loosening. We admit it, but now the blocks have started to break up. We're all in it deep. It's a game, Mr. Snow. But you see, you and your people are just a little too good at it. If you're not careful, you may graduate from amusing pest to serious annoyance. And we can't have that, so here are the rules. You submit to the placing of a sequence of blocks in your memory, just enough to prevent you from being quite so useful. And go away. Go and hide. Or I kill your team. We are old and powerful, and bore easily. We enjoy the game Planetary represents, but we cannot allow ourselves to lose, Mr. Snow. So, say yes, Dr. Dowling. No, we're not in trouble deep. They are. I'm back. The game's afoot. And I want them to know it.